arrows, sickness, all the what? Negativities of life. So it is safer to be on the Lord's side. Okay, and we also talk about simple steps to knowing God or knowing Jesus. Is that not? Right. What was the first step we mentioned?
ABC.
ABC, good. Yes, A means what?
Accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior.
B.
Believe that He died for you.
C.
Confess Him as your Lord and personal Savior.
Alright. Is Fred surprised to hear that? Are you surprised to hear that? Okay. I was seeing the way the guy was looking at me. Like, why will I accept Jesus? No? Huh? Hope you are born again. Fred. Are you? Huh? Alright. Okay, so today's topic we'll be looking at change. Change. Alright. What did I say?
Change.
Change. Alright. What does it mean when we say change? Please, I don't want. When we say, I was talking about transformation. Change is what?
Transformation.
Transformation. So simply put, change means transformation. Transformation. Are you getting it? Alright. Also note that change is man's nature. Change is what? Man's nature. If you are a human being, you are a boy, you are a girl, you are a child, and you don't change. Okay? So, you are a boy, you are a girl, you are a man, you are a woman, and you don't change. So, we can't actually say that your full self is evolving. So we can only say your full self is evolving when you experience change. You get me? From when you were a baby till now, you've experienced a lot of changes in your body. Is that not true? Alright, it came to a particular time, many of you started seeing some transformation. I was like, what is happening to me? Are you getting it? And you were like surprised. Is that not true? And you were wondering. That's because you are evolving. Are you getting it? You are grown up to be the adult, the full-fledged adult. Are you getting it? Right, so there was a time when when I was 18, I started noticing I was having one beers. Yeah? But right now, the thing is almost covering my face. Are you getting it? As soon as I was 18, when I was running up secondary school, then I just saw the thing growing out small. I'll pull it out. Because I didn't want to see it. You get it? But it now came to a time that I couldn't pull it out any longer. And I had to be going to salute to go and what? And right now I'm praying to God, God, how will this thing can just disappear? Are you getting it? And I said, but that's just change. So when I'm talking about puberty, you've been taught that, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. As a boy, as in some of you now you talk and they will turn and look at who is this person talking? You hear the deep voice. Huh? And then it gets you hear the tiny voice. Are you getting it? Alright. So those are changes. So change is just man's nature. So if you see a man that does not experience change, then there's something fishing about that person. Do you get it? So don't be surprised. Hello? You didn't know what I said. I don't know why some of you be like, really? Recording and you're making noise. I have to edit this part. You know about the recording? Or I'll cut it when I'm editing. Just leave it. Alright. So, if you see a man that doesn't encounter change, then that person is not normal. You understand? Person is not normal. Don't be surprised when they say somebody change. It is a normal thing for some people to what? Change. Are you getting it? So it's not something that should just come upon you like, that thing will break your heart. You understand? No. It's a normal thing for people to what? Change. You understand? They used to be this and they are now this. And that's because there were some things they either noticed about themselves. Or they just decided to what? move forward with what? Their life. Are you getting it? Okay, there was a time when Nigerians came out and protested, right? Is that true? Did you remember that time that there was protest? That they said schools should close, everything should shut down. That later on we were hearing that they were shooting people. And people ran back into their houses, right? Alright, that time and now, the economy at that time, of that time and now, which is even more tougher?
That time.
It's not that time.
Now.
Now, this guy is doing Nigeria. Alright. So look, they were antagonizing those people that were coming out to what? Express their feeling that they want a change. You get it? But a time came that everybody now had to move on. Is that not true? I think we'll move on now. Move on means that we are bearing it, but it doesn't mean we are actually happy. But we just move on because everybody is afraid of his or her life. Are you getting it? So change is man's nature. So also note that it is only God. It is only God that is unchangeable. So it is only God that is what? Unchangeable. So he remains the same. Remains the same irrespective of ages. So only God that is what? Unchangeable. Okay. Then types of change humans encounter. Types of change we encounter or we face. One, we have psychological. We have emotional. We have career. Are you following? We have what? Career. Career change. We have body changes. You understand? We also have body changes. Changes you may encounter or see in your body. Then we have that of psychological, emotional. We have educational. That changes we all as humans encounter. Educational. Then who can tell me more changes humans pass through? We have changing in terms of we have adaptation. Adaptation. Thank you, sir. We have adaptation. Then let me just list 7. Then the last one,
Character.
changes in character, right?
Yes, sir.
And that one we can liken that under psychological. Because it's a change in mind that results to physical change in character. Is that not true?
Yes, sir.
So we can liken that to what? Psychological. So now let's now look at the last one, which is what we call cyclical. Let us say cyclical change. I'll call that the last type of change. So the first type of change, which is psychological change. So psychological change. So at some point, no noise please, you notice a change in the way you think, this is a psychological change. Are you following me? This is called what? A psychological change. So you notice a change in the way you think. This is a psychological change. As at when you were a baby, you were thinking differently. Is that not? As at then, one of your most ambition was daddy should buy you biscuit. Huh? One of your greatest ambition there was for daddy to buy you stick sweet. One of the greatest ambition there was for daddy to buy you toy. Are you getting it? But right now, who is asking for car toy now? If your daddy goes out now, come to buy car toy for you alive. If he comes back, will you collect it?
I'll carry it.
You carry it. Okay, you take. I'm not talking about real car. I mean car toy for baby. You take it. Because you've grown past that already. Is that not? Or I just go and come back now. You know? That's what to me when we say change is psychological. You are thinking differently and you are thinking more maturely now. Is that not? Many of you are they are even designed to own have iPhone 16 now. Even while you're in secondary school. Many of you, yes. Yes, at this point. Do you know there are some secondary students that drive their cars to school? Do you know? Eh? I've seen it in UPSS. I have all those children that their parents are so rich and influential. They drive to school. As some of the teachers even trek to school. Eh? Some of them will pick their teachers on their way where they are going. There's a boy I used to know that drives to school. He drives his car to school. You guys, he will park. He will park his car in car park. Jesus. Are you getting it? So you will get there. Are you getting it? You understand? That one, see, let me tell you, car is just one of the least things you will have. Huh? If you can but focus. Car is just one of the least things. Guys, I'm talking about the lowest state you will find yourself, like maybe having a car. You'll be thinking of aircraft. Your mindset, see, think big. Do you get it? Think what? Big. You understand? So don't. Another thing I would like to tell you about psychological change. Hello, listen, everybody. Another thing I like to tell you about psychological change. Never allow anybody limit you. Did you get it? Are you getting it? Somebody was telling me something this morning. Oh, when somebody does this type of activity, he affects this. Do you know what I just simply told the person? I said, "Ma, sorry, I don't like hearing such." Are you getting it? I said, it is what you believe in that works for you. If I don't believe it can never work for me. But if I believe it will work for me. So anybody that looks at you and say you won't make it, so look at the person boldly. How was your night?
Fine.
Alright, great. In our first class, we looked at the topic. What was our first topic? Alright, what did you say that topic was? Definition of concept. You can help us? Definition of concept. You can help us? Okay, can someone tell us the dictionary meaning? Dictionary meaning. Talk. Yes.
According to the Macmillan English Dictionary, sex is defined as the statement of being a male or female.
Okay, that is the state of being a male or female, right? Okay, good. Alright. Then the next we looked at love, right? Looked at what?
Love.
Concept of love. So then what is love? Who can help me? Gwenika.
Love is a feeling that
Okay. Can somebody help Ella?
love is a feeling that expresses emotion.
Good. So it says a feeling that expresses emotion towards a person. Buying and selling in my class. Are you buying and selling? Alright. So it expresses emotion towards what? A person. Then the last topic we did was what? Sin. Alright. So what's the meaning of the acronym SIN? Yes? Good. Deviation from a norm. Yes?
Can you say that? Satan's identification number.
Good. Satan's identification number. In other words, everybody has a mark. Are you getting it? The question now comes, where do you belong? Where do you what? Belong. Are you in the Lord's army? Good. Alright. So Apostle Paul said, he said, for I bear in me, trouble me. If you are carrying, then you are what? Allergic to what? Arrows, negativity. Safer to be on the Lord's side. Okay. And we also talk about simple steps to knowing God or knowing Jesus. Is that not? Right. What was the first step we mentioned?
ABC.
ABC, good. Yes, A means what?
Accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior.
B.
Believe that He died for you.
C.
Confess Him as your Lord and personal Savior.
Alright. Is Fred surprised to hear that? Are you surprised to hear that? Okay. I was seeing the way the guy was looking at me. Like, why will I accept Jesus? No? Huh? Hope you are born again, Fred. Are you? Huh? Alright. Okay, so today's topic we'll be looking at change. Change. Alright. What did I say?
Change.
Change. Alright. What does it mean when we say change? Please, I don't want background noise. Thank you. When we say change, change. I was talking about transformation. Change is what?
Transformation.
Transformation. So simply put, change means transformation. Transformation. Are you getting it? Alright. Also note that change is man's nature. Change is what? Man's nature. If you are a human being, you are a boy, you are a girl, you are a child, and you don't. So, you are a boy, you are a girl, you are a man, you are a woman, and you don't change. So, we can't actually say that your full self is evolving. So we can only say your full self is evolving when you experience change. You get me? From when you were a baby till now, you have experienced a lot of changes in your body. Is that not true? Alright, it came to a particular time, many of you started seeing some transformation. I was like, what is happening to me? Are you getting it? And you were like surprised. Is that not true? And you were wondering. That's because you are evolving. Are you getting it? You are grown up to be the adult, the full-fledged adult. Are you getting it? Right, so there was a time when it was when I was 18 I started noticing I was having one beers. But right now, the thing is almost covering my face. Are you getting it? As I told I was 18, when I was running up secondary school, then I just saw the thing growing out small. I'll pull it out. Because see it. Do you get it? But you need to see it. Do you get it? But not longer. And I had to be going to salute to go and what? And right now I'm praying to God, how will this thing can just disappear? Are you getting it? And I said, but that's just change. So when we're talking about puberty, you've been taught that, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. As a boy, as in some of you now you talk and they will turn and look at who is this person talking? You hear the deep voice. And then you hear the tiny voice. Are you getting it? Alright. So those are changes. So change is just man's nature. So if you see a man that does not experience change, then there's something fishing about that person. Do you get it? So don't be surprised. Hello? You didn't know what I said. I don't know why some of you behave like this. I'm recording and you're still making noise. I have to edit this part. You know what they're recording? No, I'll cut it when I'm editing. Just leave it. Alright. So, if you see a man that doesn't encounter change, then that person is not normal. Somebody change to what? Change. Are you getting it? So it's not something that should just come upon you like, that thing will break your heart. You understand? No. It's a normal thing for people to what? Change. You understand? They used to be this and they are now this. And that's because there were some things they either noticed about themselves. Or they just decided to what? Move forward with what? Their life. Are you getting it? Okay. There was a time when Nigerians came out and protested, right? Is that true? Did you remember that time that there was protest? That they said schools should close, everything should shut down. That later on we were hearing that they were shooting people. And people ran back into their houses, right? Alright. That time and now, the economy at that time, and now, which is even more tougher.
That time.
It's not that time.
Now.
Now, this guy is there in Nigeria. Alright. So look, they were antagonizing those people that were coming out to what? Express their feeling that they want a change. You get it? But a time came that everybody now had to move on. Is that not true? I think we'll move on now. Move on means that we are bearing it. But we'll just move on. Are you getting it? So change is man's nature. So also note that it is only God that is unchangeable. So it is only God that is what? Unchangeable. So he remains the same. Irrespective of ages. So only God that is what? Unchangeable. Okay. Then types of change humans encounter. Types of change we encounter or we face. One, we have psychological, we have emotional, we have career. Are you following? We have what? Career. Career change. We have body changes. You understand? What are body changes? Changes you may encounter or see in your body. Then we have that of psychological, emotional. We have educational. That it changes we all as humans encounter. Educational. Then who can tell me more changes you know humans pass through? We have changing in terms of we have adaptation. Adaptation. Thank you, sir. We have adaptation. Adaptation. Then let me just list 7. Then the last one.
Character.
Changes in character, right?
Yes, sir.
And that one we can liken that under psychological. Huh? Because it's a change in mind that results to physical change in character. Is that not true?
Yes, sir.
So we can liken that to what? Psychological. So now let's now look at the last one, which is what we call cyclical. Let us say cyclical change. I'll call that the last type of change. So the first type of change, which is psychological change. So psychological change. So at some point, no noise please, you notice a change in the way you think. This is a psychological change. Are you following me? This is called what? A psychological change. So you notice a change in the way you think. This is a psychological change. As at when you were a baby, you were thinking differently. Is that not? As at then, one of your most ambition was daddy should buy you biscuit. Huh? One of your greatest ambition there was for daddy to buy you stick sweet. One of the greatest ambition there was for daddy to buy you toy. Are you getting it? But right now, who is asking for car toy now? If your daddy goes out now, come to buy car toy for you in life. If he comes back, will you collect it?
Okay.
You carry it. Okay, is it? I'm not talking about real car. I mean car toy for baby. You take it because you've grown past that already. Is that not? Or I just go and come back now. You know, that's what to me when we say change is psychological. You are thinking differently and you are thinking more maturely now. Is that not? Many of you are they are even designed to own have iPhone 16 now. Even while you're in secondary school. Many of you, yes. Yes, at this point. Do you know there are some secondary students that drive their cars to school? Do you know? Yes. I've seen it in UPSS. All those children that their parents are so rich and influential, they drive to school. As some of the teachers even trek to school. Some of them will pick their teachers on their way where they are going. There's a boy I used to know that drives to school. He drives his car to school. You guys, he will park. He will park his car in car park. Jesus. Are you getting it? So you will get there. Are you getting it? You understand? That one, see, let me tell you, car is just one of the least things you will have. If you can but focus. Car is just one of the least things. Guys, I'm talking about the lowest state you will find yourself, like maybe having a car. You'll be thinking of aircraft. Your mindset, see, think big. Do you get it? Think what? Big. You understand? So don't. Another thing I would like to tell you about psychological change. Hello, listen, everybody. Another thing I like to tell you about psychological change. Never allow anybody limit you. Did you get it? Are you getting it? Somebody was telling me something this morning. Oh, when somebody does this type of activity, he affects this. Do you know what I just simply told the person? I said, ma, sorry, I don't like hearing such. Are you getting it? I said, it is what you believe in that works for you. If I don't believe it can never work for me. But if I believe it will work for me. So, anybody that looks at you and say you won't make it, so look at the person boldly in the eye. Say, give me 2 years from now. I'll come and watch my success story. Do you get it? Alright. I'm not asking you to be rude. Do you get it? And they said there's a difference between character and charisma. Do you get it? When we talk about charisma, the person has a courage. But when you cannot also control your charisma, it now becomes a problem to you. It is very good to be sociable and to have good relationship with people. But when you can't control it, it also becomes a problem to you. They say mind your confidence. Are you getting it? So I'm motivating you. Do you get it? That do not allow anybody to look down on you. But I'm not telling you to go and be insulting people. You understand? So that's what I'm trying to let you know. So like I want to give my story. I said when the vision came, okay, let's begin leaders and toppers. Are you getting it? I went to meet a particular aunt of mine and I was like, oh, my place, I just know I want to support. Do you get it? Can you just assist me? Like, the person was in the best position to help me and to do what he wants to do. But at that point in time, the person told me, he said, my dear, go find something better to do. Do you get it? He said, go find something what? Better to do. Alright. Then I told myself, I said, wait, without anybody. Do you get it? It's gonna be better. You understand? By the grace of God, it is growing and becoming better and better. Some of you will soon graduate. Is that not true? Alright. Some of you may still come back to come and check on us. 1 or 2 times, even when you round up. Do you get it? But you are seeing improvement daily in the school. Is that not true? That changes do not just happen once. Is that not true? They happen gradually. There used to be a time, Miracle, you remember now? I think you were one of the earliest set of secondary now. Miracle Desmond, Fortune. You still remember them? We used to have only JSS3. There used to be a time that the highest class was JSS3. But right now we have up to what? SS3. Are you getting it? Look at this. This is the first time we're recording such a as in SS2. Is that not true? So that shows that it is getting better and better by the day. Are you getting it? Alright, so that's just life for you. For whatever you begin or for whatever you start, what you just need to do is to It's gonna get better by the day. You understand? There used to be a time, this was Igbo, it was bush. You know, that place is Third Road now. Even 2009, huh? The particular guy harassed me then when I was in SS3. The particular guy harassed me then and took my money and ran off. Then, those were the days when robbing was still hot. Huh? I brought a knife and said, "Who cares me if I don't submit what I have with me?" And as he took the money, he passed the other side. But right now, before you rob, I think you will you'll watch well now because everywhere is open now. Are you getting it? Is that not true?
Yeah.
So changes is going on in society. Changes should also go on in your mind. See, mind what you consume. When I'm talking about psychological change, do you know the parts of your body? Do you know the areas that controls your life and your body? Your eye. Your eye. Mind what this your eye sees. You understand? Mind what is your ear hears. Do you get it? Then your mouth. These are the three things that establish your progress in life. The Bible says that with your mouth you will be what? Condemned. And with your mouth you will also be liberated. Do you get it? With your ears, you get to take in what? Sensible things that will help your life. Just like I'm standing in front of you now. This thing is just like life advice. Is that not? Huh? So it is the people who are wise that will what? Grab it. Are you getting it? Then your eyes. What does your eyes see? What do you use your eye to watch? Are you so concerned about movies? Some of you watching I would like put X-rated movies. That's what you do. Particularly those of you that have mobile phones. Because it is a wrong thing to do. See, let me tell you what that thing does to you. Look, do you know what it does to you? Do you know what it does to you?
No.
It kills what we call your self-confidence. It kills your what?
Self-confidence.
Your self-confidence. Are you getting me? It kills your self-confidence. You see that after you finish doing it, you are like, see, you are broken like, huh? Do you get it? And each time you see that spirit always reminding you of that particular thing. You can break out if you just take a step. You get it? Just take a step and tell yourself, this thing I'm not going to do it any longer. Rather, I want to go to YouTube with my phone and be watching lessons, tutorials. You get it? Either educational videos or tech videos. Like Fred was showing me something on YouTube the other day. He was like, uncle, please show me your phone. I want to quickly search for one video. He searched for a particular video. I want to make a homemade CCTV camera. I was like, wow, isn't it? Huh? And he experimented and he was able to do it on his own. Okay, those are things you should be saying. Okay, so this guy is going to be a guru. Let's clap for him. All right. So another change. Another change you should be looking at is emotional change. So emotional change. So what is your emotion? So your emotion is your feeling. Are you following me? You're feeling. So take note, men are logical emotionally. While women are loyal to their emotions. So are you following me? Are you getting me? Alright. So if, take note, women are loyal to their emotions. It's a fact you need to know. Even as a guy, women are always loyal to their what? Emotion. A woman will act the way she feels. And a woman will talk the way she's feeling at that moment. You get it? You get it? The women are always loyal to what? Their emotion. I watched a video of a particular guy. The guy was well dressed, putting on sunshade, and was going. And there was this white lady, tall, pretty. And she was going this way, and the guy was coming this way. The guy wore his suit and was properly dressed. And from this point, watch me, going like this, and the guy gave her a stare like this. I'm getting it. And the two of them started looking at each other. And the other lady was working with her friend. She had to remove the hand of her friend and had to turn. You get it? And she was even the one who now walked up with the guy. Are you listening? Alright. So women are loyal to what? Their emotions. So they act the way they feel. You get it? And they talk the way they feel. That's why when a woman takes an action, don't just conclude. You get it? Are you getting it? When a woman takes an action, don't conclude. It is because of the way she's feeling at that moment. She doesn't really mean it. I'm not trying to praise you people. So don't be carrying shoulder pad. Alright. Then on the other way, look, men are logical emotionally. Before you see a man act or do something, men always think of their move before they take their move. Are you getting it? Clap for yourself now. Okay, so men are always logical when they want to what? Take a move. Are you getting it? Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
If you see a man and somebody advises him and said, go and kill that person, you first of all think of it. No, I can't do it. But if you give a woman a knife, go and kill that person, the woman will just go and kill the person. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. That's my style right now. I should have done it. Don't worry. I'm not trying to. Hello, listen. I'm not trying to witch hunt you people. I'm just teaching. But I'm telling you reality. Are you listening? I'm telling you what?
Reality.
Alright, good. The another one. Let's look at career. Career change. At some point, at some point you notice changes in your career. You have to learn to adapt to them. Alright. So are you listening? I want to talk about career change. So what's the difference between a job and a career? A job is what you are just paid to do. You get it? It could be daily, it could be weekly, or it could be monthly. Then what is a career? Career is something that is lifelong. You get it? You are doing it for the rest of your life. Are you getting it? Okay, for example, what do you people know me more as? But though you also know me as other things. Alright. you could not be generally as a teacher. Is that not? Hmm? Are you getting it? So that's my career. You get it? It's something that I will keep on doing even for years to come. You get it? Huh? And that's because I've chosen that path. Is that not? Hmm? So something that you do for a long time. You get it? That's your career. You get it? And what you just earn, you are just earning for doing that particular thing. It's not as if you are passionate about that thing. That's just a job. So at times you notice changes in your career. You have to learn to adapt to those changes. What are the changes that come in career? One, promotion. You were in a level before and you were taken to a higher level. So for every level you enter, there is a devil. So for every new level, there is a new devil. Are you getting it? So I'm not trying to tell you that something bad, but I will explain. For every new level, there's a new devil. Alright, so that tells you that for every step you climb, there is a challenge that you will face. Do you get it? There's a challenge you will face or see. Do you get it? Alright, so what you just need to do is do not be surprised about those challenges. Just learn to adapt to those words. For example, I was once a cashier in the bank, and I just automatically become promoted to become a manager. Is it the same task?
No.
I have more work to do as a manager. Even my work as a manager is even more tougher. Is that not true? Alright. So another changes we may encounter is body changes. Body changes. Body changes. This is also known as puberty. Puberty. Are you getting the puberty? The moment you begin to notice changes in your body. You get it? Another one is educational change. So educational change. Changes in education. For example, you were formerly in pre-KG, you moved to KG1, KG2, KG3, you passed primary 1 to 5, and now some of you are in J1, some of you are in J2, 3, some of you are even in SS3 now. Is that not? But there was a time you were once in pre-KG. Is that not? You still remember in pre-KG. Can you see recount? Now, you cannot remember. How can you say you do not remember? You don't have the picture. Alright, I could still remember when I was small, when I was very, very small. I could remember I had bow leg. But I'm standing straight now. Is there any side like I have bow leg? I was having bow leg. Then, do you get it? You say you show. Alright. Okay, so this is a shift from one level to another. Another one is adaptation. Can tell me, biology students, adaptation. Adaptation. What's the meaning of adaptation? Biology. It's a concept in biology. So, yes?
For one's body to adapt to a particular area.
Okay, you are correct. But yeah, biologically.
Like changes in the environment.
Good. Adaptation is adjusting to changes in the environment. So when we say adaptation generally in biology, adaptation is a state where organisms get used to their environment. Or habitat. You get it? Alright, habitat, the general surrounding. And there's still another one called niche. Niche. The particular place the organism stays in the habitat. Alright. Adjusting to environmental changes. Environmental changes. Some of you were in Nigeria before, and maybe all of a sudden you just see yourself you're now in London. Yes, it will happen. Very soon, yes. It will happen. So you now see yourself in London. London is colder and it's very, very cold. Because we just have to learn to adapt. So that's what we call adaptation. And the last one is cyclical. Cyclical what? Change. This is the toughest of all changes. Where's the duster? Number 7. Number 7. Yes. Cyclical. That of course as a result of innovation, restructure or improvement. Understand? It happens as a result of what? Innovation, restructure, or improvement. Are you getting it? These are things that cause cyclical changes. And an example of a cyclical change was that we were formerly using typewriter, but now we're using computers. Huh? Around now, more phones are even taking over computers. Is that not true? Yes. Is that not true? Yes. There's some mobile phones now that can do even what a laptop can do. Is that not true? Huh? So the world is going mobile. So as these changes are coming forth, you have to learn to adapt to the what? Changes. You understand? Alright. So I think from next time, maybe people will start checking your result online. We have we used to have a website now. Yes. And everybody had a password. Yes, you remember? Yes, sir. So we'll be going back to it from next time. Yes, the word has gone past all this year. Paper, carry paper up and down. Huh? Most schools I know, they get their scratch card and they check the result online.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ekuna Peter. How are you doing? I guess some of us will be sleeping now, and I've been having it in mind to do this broadcast for a very long time. How to find your perfect match. So I'll be taking you through a course talking about finding your perfect match. For marriage, for relationship. Thank you so much. Please, as you watch, I want you to like, comment, and share. Alright. So now to the business of the day. So the first step to finding someone, the first thing is discovering who you are. If I may ask, who are you? That's the first question. Who are you? A particular philosopher posited, the person of Plato, is a man, know thyself. Alright, that says that when you know yourself, then you know the way and manner to go about yourself, to handle yourself. When you know yourself, you understand the way and manner you interact with others too. So it is important that you realize and know yourself. According to Plato, he said, man, know thyself. That's talking about seeking and finding a way to discover your hidden potentials, your God-given talents. That is what it means to what? Know yourself. Alright, know yourself. How do you know yourself? Understanding your temperament, understanding your passion. That's what it means. Another thing, understanding your purpose. Then understanding your manifesto. In other words, the reason why you're on earth. So the first step, talking about understanding yourself. Why am I on earth? Like we were told in agriculture, that the early men were wanderers who went about in search of fruits and plants and fibers. They ate and threw the seeds of their crops around the earth, and that's how farming began. Alright, how were they described? They were described as just wanderers. In other words, moving about with no purpose, with no aim. Not having a goal or an aim or a vision is dangerous. The question you ask yourself, why am I on earth? Why am I on earth? That's what it means to understand yourself. Understanding yourself is talking about knowing the vision, knowing your mission statement. A vision is a statement of what? Your preferred future. What is your vision? Why are you on earth? If you could picture a future, then you will also future in that future. Are we getting it? If you can picture a future, then you will future in that picture which you can picture. It is very, very important to know yourself, to understand who you are. Alright. Next is understanding your temperament. What gets you angry? What gets you emotional? What makes you excited? What makes you indifferent? These are things you need to know. Like, personally, I am more like a perfectionist. Though I am not a perfectionist, but I somehow behave like a perfectionist because I want things to be done in order. That's talking about myself. I want things to follow, an order. I want things to be done properly. That is myself. Understanding your temperament. So somebody like me will not like an environment or circumstance or situation that is disfigured, or staying in an environment that is untidy. No, because what I have in my brain, in my mind, reflects my vision, and it will also affect my physical interaction with others. So that is what it means to understand your temperament. What easily makes you angry? What makes you upset? Alright. When you understand it, I believe in the course of time, people know you for who you are. And this is what you take and this is what you don't take. And they don't do what they like to you because they know you won't take it. Alright. Understanding yourself, talking about understanding your potential, understanding your temperament. Another step is understanding your manifesto. Every political office holder or any intending political office holder will definitely present his manifesto to the citizens in order to lure them to vote for them. In the presentation of this manifesto, everybody has a mental picture of that preferred future which they want, which is the vision. So the vision of the man will also make a way for him. And in the course of election, they vote. Say, okay, he's going to give us good road, electricity, hospital, healthcare. Yes, this is my best candidate. My best candidate. I see the citizens voting for the person. He has a vision, a mental picture of what he wants to do. And you are making those people see their reality from now. And that is the reason why they will have to risk it and vote for you. However, I'm just explaining an opinion because truly and factually, politics is not the way I explained it. Amen. Alright, the next step is understanding your interaction. How do you relate with your neighbors? How do you relate with your friends, with your business associates, with your family members? It is very, very, very key. Relationship. How do you relate with them? Alright. We have various people, there are various, relational ideas. We have introverts, we have extroverts. There are some certain persons, they are tied to themselves, they are to their self. While some certain persons, they can't really live alone. They want to interact with others and share their ideas. So the first category are introverts, while the second category I explained are extroverts. So when you understand your interaction with others, then you know how to go about relating with them. So this is leading us to finding our perfect match. Finding our perfect match. Alright, when I talk about perfect match, in a relationship, your partner, the marriage, your partner. In a relationship, that person which you want to hold your hands with and walk down that path to the altar to marriage. And in marriage, that person which you want to hold your hand with and walk your way into the future. Partnering together to make that future a reality. Okay. Then, for those in relationship and for those in marriage, how then do you find your match? Like I've just done a rundown of understanding yourself, understanding your temperament, understanding your relationship, understanding your manifesto. What is the reason and the purpose why you are born? Why are you on earth? Alright, you are not just on earth to come and count days. You are here for a reason. You are here for a purpose, and that purpose must be actualized in the name of Jesus. Alright, so let's now go over to finding your perfect match. What are the steps, the guides to finding your perfect match? 1. Character development. Character development. What is your character? Your character is talking about your personal disposition. Your personal what? Disposition. In other words, I could relate and say that character is not just what you exhibit outside. Character is a product of what you exhibit inside. Character is a product of who that person really is. That's what we call character. Character can be hidden. Character, even if it's for 1,000 years, can be hidden. You can't pretend about who you are. And you cannot pretend about who you are not. That is character. Alright, your character distinguishes you from others. So when I mean character, we got positive and negative character. Positive character, you are exhibiting values which is acceptable by the society. Example, greeting. You can't simply greet, then there's a relational problem. You can't simply see your elders and acknowledge that they're your elders. That's a relational problem. That's talking about character. Character. How good is your character? I'm talking about values. Accepted, nurtured, and groomed by your parents, which you exhibit in the society. Proverbs 22 verse 6, train up a child in the way he should go, that when he is old, he will not depart from it. So your character is something you cannot hide. It is how you were brought up. That is how you will live continually, forever and ever. Even when your parents are not there, when your guardians are not there, the way and manner you were brought up is the way and manner you will continually live. And nobody can change it. Alright, it is often said that when a crayfish is already dry, it is very difficult to bend it. When it is very fresh, it is much easier to bend it than when it is dried. When you try to bend a crayfish that is dried, it scatters, tears apart. That's it. So that is just simply a description of what character is. You want to relate in a relationship, you don't have character. When I mean character, what am I talking about? You don't know how to talk, you don't know how to answer questions, you don't know how to respond to situations, you don't know how to react to situations. That's character. Alright. Where you talk, they say think before you talk. When an opinion or a poll is presented before you, you should have a thorough look into it before airing your opinion. Because even the Bible says that though the tongue is a little member, but it can set the whole house on fire. What you say without thinking ends up as a disaster. But when you think thoroughly about what you want to say before saying it, then you end up having what? Accolades. So that is what I mean by what? Character. Alright, how do you talk? That's your character. How do you talk? Then what is your reaction to situations? Are you this person that have this negative mindset? Alright, people with negative mindset normally are these persons that have low self-esteem. They don't believe it is possible. The Bible says when there's a casting down, the righteous will say there's a lifting up. While someone is telling you that you can't do it, you are saying, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Why someone is saying that tax is not possible, you are saying this thing is possible. I can what? Surmount any insurmountable mountain. I can get to the peak, I can get to the zenith. That's talking about positive character disposition. Okay, also talking about reaction to tasks or situations. How do you react when a particular task is being given to you or a duty is being assigned to you? So many persons tend to reject tasks, not knowing that a task you reject helps to build you and make you better. If they say, go and teach those children, and you said, I cannot, as time goes on, you will no longer be entrusted with children because you were given an opportunity to discover those children and know how to teach them, and yet you didn't make use of it. So in the near future, you will be a person that cannot be trusted with children because you don't want to have an understanding of how to relate to them. All right, that's talking about tax. Do this and tell your boss, I cannot. This is how so many has gotten themselves sacked from their highly placed jobs, because now they are now rubbing shoulders with their bosses. They feel they are now in the same position with their boss because they've been there for years. No. It's important to read books. Do not outshine the master under the 48 laws of power. In other words, while you are good at what you do, don't show or portray to the person that taught you that you know better than him or her. No, that is a sign of pride. Sign of pride. So we're talking about character development. How do you talk? How do you respond to situations? The more you take up tasks, the more you build yourself to become a better person. Alright. Character development. What is your mindset? Because action speaks louder than voice. Action speaks louder than voice. What is your mindset? What type of mindset do you carry? Do you believe it is possible? Do you believe it is not possible? Carry the same mentality into a marriage or relationship. Then you also get the results. When you believe it is possible to be possible. I want to tell you, no man comes to this earth and just meet a perfect relationship or marriage. You have to what? Make it work. It has to be a determination from the two parties. The man and the woman have to say this relationship must work. I, speaking to you, never had a perfect relationship. Or neither am I having a perfect marriage. No. You are learning the process. And you are blending in the process. And you are understanding each other better and better. You tell yourself, this thing must work. This thing must what? Work. It takes determination to build a successful relationship. And it takes determination to build a successful marriage. So that's talking about your mindset in terms of character. Character. What is the opinion of others about you? When you are not a likable person, people do not come near you. You have to make yourself likable. Particularly, you run a business and you're not a likable person. You are setting yourself at the verge of destruction. Because people will only patronize those whom they like. And will only patronize those whom they love. So when you become a likable person, it inevitably brings money to you. Particularly when you run a business, people tend to troop to your store and want to patronize you because you are a likable person. You are not this person whose character sends people far, whose character sends people away. No. That's talking about character. So these are things we need to work on in the course of building a successful relationship or, a successful marriage. These are things we need to work on. These are things we need to work on. Are we getting it? All right. So the next point, apart from character, let's talk about peace of mind. Peace of mind. This is one way to know the person whom you are partnering with. To know the right person whom you are partnering with. Alright, before I go to peace of mind, an idea came talking about discovering yourself. How do you discover yourself? One, you could seek the face of God. Before I talk about inner peace, just hold on. You could seek the face of God. Like years ago, while I rounded up secondary school, I was good in science, I was good in social science, I was good in art. So I had a problem of choosing a course. My guardian then, Mrs. Babarisa, told me something. He said, seek the face of God, ask him, and he will tell you what you study. Meanwhile, a year before that, I already applied for law, and I went to write the post-UME. I did well in the JAM, but I didn't do well in the post-UME, and I wasn't taking. Then the next year, I had the problem of still choosing a course because I was virtually good in everything. And even up till now, I'm this person that I am multitasking. I can do virtually everything. And people like us always have the challenge of choosing what to focus on. Are you getting it? So I pray to God and He revealed the course I'm to study. And by the grace of God, I came out very successfully in that course. And I did very, very, very well. But as when you seek the face of God, God can reveal who you are to you. He told Jeremiah, he said, before you were born, I knew thee. He said, even before you were in your mother's womb, I already knew thee. He said, I foreknew you. In other words, I knew you. He said, and I've ordained you a prophet before time. So God has the capacity, to let you know who you are, to let you discover yourself. Are we getting it? To let you discover yourself. So, by God's grace, when you seek the face of God, you get to discover yourself and you know yourself better. Alright. Then, what do people commend you for? That's one way to know what you will be good at, or what will be your career, or what you will venture in life. What do people commend you for? After I finished secondary school, the first job I did was teaching. And ever since then, they even given me a brand name, Uncle Peter. Uncle Peter. When you come to this vicinity, you came out and say, I'm looking for Uncle Peter. People will direct you down and say, hey, Uncle Peter, hey, that guy. They already know me. How did I start? Home lessons, going to people's houses to teach their children, organizing holiday lessons for children, and right now running a school in children ministry. So what I loved to do now paved way and paved the path for my career. Are you getting it? So that is it. Then also, what are you passionate about? What do you like to do? Not what others say about you. What is that thing that gives you joy? That whether you have a reward or no reward, you keep on doing that thing. Over the years, I've had some parents that taught their children and never paid. I had some that took their children home lessons and never paid. But I'm still teaching. I keep on teaching. I love teaching. It may be due to circumstance. I've had people who ran away with school fees. I have people that I had to take their children at home. I never paid. How did I first of all start it before I started giving me finance? I started doing it free, sharing knowledge free of charge. That is it. So that thing that you are passionate about is something that will definitely give you money later. Huh? If you stay consistent. If you stay consistent. If you remain consistent. Alright. So now let's move straight to peace of mind. Peace of mind is one of the signs to know that this person you are in a relationship or you're in the marriage with, are you happy being around this person? Or you are sad being around this person? That's talking about peace of mind. Let me tell you something. Jesus even said something. He said, my peace I give to you, not as the world giveth. My peace I give to you, not as the world giveth. The world will not give you peace. Man will not give you peace. When your inner peace is disturbed, your health is disturbed. When you have a partner who rants, you have this partner who is shouting, you have this partner who is, cannot control his temperament, it can lead to a seizure of peace. You have this partner who is not understanding, it can lead to seizure of peace. So, in a relationship or marriage, void of inner peace, that is not the right relationship or marriage to be in. In fact, then our fathers in the Lord used to tell us, for better, for worse. For better, for worse. For better, for worse. Now you see marriages of 3 months crashing. Marriages of 1 year crashing. Marriages of 20 years tearing apart. Marriages of 30 years tearing apart. So, to me, I have just concluded that it's no longer for better, for worse. The truth is this, everybody work on yourself. The woman, work on yourself. The man, work on yourself. You can't keep saying for better, for worse, for better, for worse. The other person is getting hot. The other person is always sad. Does it give you joy? Does it give you happiness? You can't keep saying for better, for worse. No. You want the other person to die for better, for worse. You want the other person to be continually maligned, oppressed. No. That is not the act of being humane. Humaneness is very key. Why should we be humane? Because we are all humans. We all have feelings and emotions. When you are carrying out an action, you are doing a certain thing that is not beneficial to your partner, look at the emotion of your partner. Study your partner. Consider the thoughts and the emotion. How is that person feeling at that moment? Peace of mind is very, very, very key. Peace of mind. Not that person that when you lift up a spoon, he's asking you, why did you carry the spoon like this? When you are sitting in a particular way, he wants you to sit, maybe raising your leg, but but you like to sit, putting your legs down. He's visually monitoring, or she is monitoring everything you do. There's no peace. There's no peace. Alright, let me tell you what lack of peace will lead to. 1, to lead to what? Early death. Early death. When peace is void in a marriage, one of the partners may die early. That's one thing to lead to. Because one is the oppressor, while the other is the victim. And the moment you continually victimize people, you are taking away their personality from them. A time will come when they feel worthless and valueless, and are thinking of ending their lives because they feel they no longer make sense or make meaning again in the world. I pray for someone listening to me. I pray for someone watching this podcast or this broadcast. The devil will not use you to take away the personality in another person. In the name of Jesus. You will not be used as a tool to fulfill the enterprises of the devil. As I'm declaring to you and declaring to myself, I will not be used by the devil to fulfill his mandate and his mission in the life of my wife, in my home, in my business. I will not be used by the devil in the name of Jesus. This is what you continually tell yourself. Inner peace is very, very, very key. Very, very, very key to a successful relationship and marriage. Inner peace. Very, very, very key. Alright. Another point which we're going to look at is visibility. 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 Alright. This point is particularly for the ladies. Visibility. I want to get married. I want to be in a relationship. Yes, these are desires. These are thoughts. But the question is, are you visible? Who is seeing you? Who is seeing you? Huh? You are inside the house 247. Which man will come and say hello or hi? Visibility. Alright, how do you become visible? One, through your dressing. Alright, I'm not saying you should go and wear things that expose your curves, things that expose those your body parts that is meant for your husband. I did not say meant for your boyfriend. Those things that are meant for your husband. So the fact that maybe Mr. Peter said, be visible. Now you now begin to open. At times I see some ladies entering the bus because they feel that is visibility. Many of them don't even wear bra. Some of them are walking in the street now. It's very, very common. They no longer wear bra now. They are showing us their nipple. Because they want to be visible. That is not visibility. That is being desperate. Desperate. Such people never meet the right partner. They only meet, chop, and go. Those are the type of people they meet. They don't meet responsible guys. Alright. They don't meet responsible guys. So when you show a society that you can open, you see those guys that are looking for it. And after they are done, they throw you away. That's it. So visibility. One, how do you become visible? One, dressing. How do you dress? Let me tell you one fact about men. A man will become a playboy with a playgirl. And they end up doing all this play on the playground. Leaves the playgirl to come to church, to come and marry a responsible wife. Ask yourself that question. They will come to the church and come and carry that woman that knows how to cover her body parts very well. But they've wasted your time. You that know how to open very well. They've wasted time with you. And yet they still left you. So this is a reason why you should be wise. The reason why you should be wise. After everything, they still left you. So that tells you are not visible. And they still left you and still went to go to that church to carry that lady that knows how to cover, that knows how to what? Behave, that is modest. Visibility. Dressing. Dress well. You are dressed the way You dress. But only as a lady, dress well. This is how you become visible. Then how do you also become visible too? By what is in your head. As a lady, you want a man to marry you. You've lived your life depending on your parents. Virtually from your university to when you rounded up school to when you saw a partner. You've not been able to do one thing for yourself. Daddy and mommy gives you pocket money. And you come to the marital home and become a liability. Now living the life of dependency. How do you know a woman who is hardworking? She's always telling you, I want to work, I want to work, I want to work, I want to work. It means she wants to give you peace and she doesn't want to burden you financially. This is how you know a responsible woman. She wants to take up tasks and do things. She wants to contribute her quota to the growth of the family and to the growth of the home. Don't be that woman that looks up to just one for everything. No. Alright. From working hard in your workplace, there may be this guy who's there, you know. There may be this guy who's there, you're getting it. There may be this guy who's there, who's in that workplace, that work environment, and who's willing to, be with you and is watching and trying to see maybe this woman, is she really hardworking? Some men actually watch women from afar before going to propose marriage to them. Hard work pays. How did Jesus call Matthew? How did he call Peter and others? It was in their place of purpose. They were doing something. They were busy with their lives. Why Jesus called them? To you that is busy running, pursuing ministry, I want to do full time, I want to do full time, I want to do full time. I want to do full time. You are a graduate. Your ministry is just growing, you are doing full time. God has called me and made me a light to the nations. Nobody is arguing with you. You need to walk. You need to walk. Apostle Paul said, food should not be given to that man or that woman that cannot walk, that does not want to walk. That's it. Should not be given to that man or woman that doesn't want to walk. That's it. Alright. So that's talking about visibility. You're always indoors. How does a man say hello? How does he say hi? You pass through that street and are you getting it? You pass through that street and you're looking good, looking stunning. And while you're passing, you hear people say, oh, you look beautiful. That should tell you that you are becoming visible. And someday that lucky man will come. So visibility is one important thing that will present you to your future spouse, your life partner. Attend programs, go to events. I've heard a story of one of my pastors. He met his wife inside a bus. He was traveling somewhere, and they just greeted and exchanged pleasantries and took her number. And today she's his wife inside the bus. Some people met inside the train. Like I met my wife inside the church. The story is very, very funny. She came to fellowship in our church. So I was deputizing for our vice president then. And then she was among the first timers, and I was assigned to attend to first timers. Hallelujah. And that's why your brother saw his wife. Amen. So I took the contact of all the first timers and I called them and followed them up. I followed them up. And there was a particular day I didn't see her in church and I called her, and she told me the reason why she wasn't around. I said, okay, try and make it next time. And from there, that bond grew. And I now followed up further. Amen. And today we are husband and wife. That's it. Visibility. Are you visible? That's one question. Are you visible? All right. Another way, where you could build trust, or how you could meet your future spouse is build friendship. Build what? Friendship. All right. I was fully a friend with my wife now for like a year, 1 full year. She traveled and went to one long holiday. At that point in time, those guys were moving in me, those guys of emotion. I was like, oh God, which this lady is just around now? Which is just around now? I tried the number she gave to me and the number was no longer going through. I wasn't feeling comfortable any longer. I was like, God, which is just around, let me just tell her what was in my mind. And now she went on a vacation. We were friends for 1 full year before I asked her out. And on that special day, I asked her out and she told me yes. We were friends for 1 full year. No strings attached. So you have to learn to build friendship. Friendship can go further. Some people who are husbands and wives today, some people who are in a relationship started as friends. Maybe they go to church together, they go to lecture hall together, they go to work together. From there, the bond started growing. Do you get it? Don't be too quick to rush into a relationship. Find who is your friend. It is that friendship that will sustain you. Now we play with each other like children. We could exhibit funny characters, like children in the midst of ourselves. Like my mom used to say something. He said, a woman who cannot the way she presents it. He said, a woman who cannot gas. He said, a woman who cannot gas in your front. That woman is very secretive. The quote is very, very, very funny. Very, very, very funny. All right. So, but actually in reality, that's talking about openness. Openness. Hallelujah. So openness, you are open to your friend. You are subject to criticism. You get it? That's talking about openness. You need to be open. You need to what? Be open. So it is friendship that will build what? That openness. Friendship will build what? That openness. And both of you discover what you like and what you don't like. From there, it goes further. Please, be with your friend. Marry your friend. Even after the romance, the kiss, the hug, the outing, all those will expire, all those will fade away. It is the friendship that will keep the both of you going. At moments when things may not even be working well, we are still best of friends. we are anxious of positivity. We are thinking of positivity because we know things will work out for our good and for our lifting and for our rising. And that's how it has always been. So please, I beg every one of you, marry your friend. Be with your friend. Someone who is what? Your friend. There's nothing like what? Your friend. Look at the relationship between David and Jonathan. That's talking about friendship. Friendship. A friend will save you from a destroyer. Show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. A friend will save you from danger. David and Jonathan. A friend will save you from hurt. A friend will speak well of you whether you are there or not. That is your friend. So friendship is very, very key to building a relationship and a lasting relationship and a lasting marriage. Friendship is very, very, very key. Alright, another point we'll talk about is letting go of your past. Letting go of your past. If you don't let go of your past, your future cannot be clear. It's just like you are driving a car in a snowy weather. You need a wiper to wipe off the snow. If it is in the rain, you need a wiper to wipe it off so that you can see the road. Alright, there's snow hanging on your dashboard or hanging on your screen, your windscreen. Speak about your past. Your past. You have to let go of your past. If you don't let go of your past, you will remain where you are. I often say it, a lot of people have built mansions in their house, in their heart. A lot of people have been keeping people in their heart for like 20 years. It broke my heart. Men are wicked. She broke my heart. Women are wicked. You have to let go of those things. See, the fact that one exhibited wickedness or show wickedness doesn't mean that's how all is. Come on, get up, my guy. Get up, young lady. Get up, young man. Arise from that trash. Arise. Arise and shine, for your light has come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Arise. Get up. Get out of your past. It can still work. You can still have a better relationship. You can still have a sweet marriage. Arise, my dear. Come on. Lift yourself from a donkey to a rock to stand. It is God that will take you out of that miry clay into a rock to stand. Come on. Throw away those rubles. Throw them away. Casting down every imagination and everything which exalts itself above the name of Christ. Cast it away. Remove it. Let go of your past. It can still work. I had a bad past. The first woman in my life broke my heart. I was sick for 2 weeks. When I mean sick, I did not mean malaria. I don't call it emotional sickness. I wasn't myself. That's when I knew how heartbreak feels like. You know, somebody you banked on that, oh, this is the person I want to settle with, this person I want to be with, this person I want to marry. You're already building mansion in your heart for the person. I don't know, the person does not even have an inch of you as consideration. The next thing I heard is that she's getting married. Oh God. And that broke my heart. I was like, Jesus. That's how it feels like. Heartbreak is very painful. I come online and see ladies crying. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. I think years ago, a particular student in Uniben killed herself because I broke 500 level students. Because her boyfriend broke up with her. Ha! Hey! Permit me to speak pidgin. Now only one be man with this life. Another man no dey. Ha! No, another person dey. There's a better person for you. When one door closes, another one open. There's a better woman for you. There's a better man for you there. There's a better man for you. There's a better woman for you. I'm telling you this. Please take note of it. Alright, you have to let go of what? Your past. Your past will keep you stuck and constantly put you in regrets. In fact, your past blocks your vision. Okay, let me present it in this way. Your past blurs your vision. You know, it makes you not to see clearly. Someone is coming to come and take away your sorrow away. But because of the pain of the past, your eye is not being open to the gold mine that is standing in front of you, to the treasure that is standing in front of you, because you are still harboring your past. Please let go of your past. Come right now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Throw it off. You can do it. Let go of your past. So I have to tell you. Alright. And also, watch this concept. What are the things I've spoken about so far? One, I've spoken about your character. I've spoken about build a lasting relationship with inner peace. I've talked about being visible. I talk about building friendship. I talk about let go of wrong relationship. That's talking about your past. And the next point is what? Entrapment. 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 He said, I love him. I love her. My dear, you're deceiving yourself. Is that the person meant for you? I cannot do without him. The moment you hear a lady making that statement, you know that there's danger. You cannot do without him. Really. You can't do without him. So meaning you can't go to work, you can't go on shopping, you can't travel without his presence. That's not true. So virtually he will even have to go to the toilet with you, or even bathe you. You can't do without him. He will have to be the one to spoon feed you. No, that's not true. That's not true. Everyone needs a space. I need a space. My wife needs a space. When I cloud her space, she will react. And when she also clouds my space, I will react. Even as couples, you need space to achieve your goals, to be great, to be who you want to be. Space is needed. You don't have to entrap yourself. No. A lot of persons have entered wrong relationships and wrong marriages by means of bonds, covenants. Many of them taking an oath that if I ever leave this person, so and so. No. Christ has made the cause costless. And that's why he died on the cross. The Bible says God has given him a name that is far above every other name. He said, at the mention of the name of Jesus, every knee must bow and every tongue must confess that Jesus is the Lord. Of things on earth and of things in heaven and of things under the earth. You can let go of that entrapment, that bond, that oath, that blood covenant. No, entrapment. It is still possible to get out of it. It is very, very possible to get out of it. It is very, very possible to get out of it. It is very, very possible to get out of entrapment. You that I'm talking to, you can get out of that entrapment. You can get out of that blood covenant, that oath. that concoction that both of you have drunk, God can still deliver you. God can still deliver you out of it. Entrapment. No. The Bible says, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Who are unbelievers? Those who do not believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Those who do not practice the gospel of Jesus Christ. You are a Christian sister and you are dating a cultist. You are a Christian brother and you are dating, a very rough lady. See, that's the way you like it. No, it can't work. Can't be unequally yoked. A particular man camouflaged, he was a Muslim and came to church to marry. And after he has gotten, and this Christian sister had a vision of, okay, the man I will marry should not be smoking and should not be drinking. She never knew this guy was a chain smoker. He came camouflaged, presented himself just like a Pharisee. The Bible said they come as sheep in wolf clothing. They want to destroy your life. And all the jamboree was carried out. Everything that was needed was carried out. Everything that was required was carried out. And eventually, he won the heart of our sister in the Lord. And it was time. The Bible says, a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. A woman will leave what? Her parents and cleave to her husband. Are we getting it? And he has to go meet the man. And they started staying together. And eventually, the day came. Initially, was allowing her to go to church. The day came, told her, sorry, you can't go to church again. And she was like, what? I don't understand. I can go to church, you can serve God. She has no choice. This is what she has put her hand. The Bible says, husband loves wife, and wife submits to what? Your husband. A very, very funny scenario played out of two friends. One came to visit the other, and the husband was on the way. And the other one called the other one like, oh, I'm hungry, please prepare something for me while I'm coming. And they both came to church together. And she knows her husband has to eat. She left that church service to go and cook for her husband. Because he has to eat something. So that's what was submission. Submission. You are calling your pastor daddy. You are kneeling down to greet your pastor. When you want to bring things, you give your pastor the choicest of things. But your own husband at home, your pastor came to visit you at home. You brought out the finest plate to serve him. Then you serve your husband with that normal one. He is the king of the house. Treat him like a king. And he will also treat you like a queen. So many women, they call their pastors daddy. And yet, their husband is nothing before their face. Entrapment. God can still deliver you. And if you want to get entrapment, it's not something that you can continue to dwell in. Because the end result is not positive. And it's not life fulfilling. That is a fact. You have to let go of that negative relationship. that entrapment. How can you be delivered from entrapment? One, you need to do deliverance. Meet a man of God to pray for you, and they can put you on a program. The Bible says this kind goeth not but by fasting and prayer. At the end of that exercise, you'll be delivered, no matter how hard that bond or that chain is. You can seek the face of God and also make the right choice so as not to see yourself in entrapments. When you make the right choice, you will not be entrapped. That is it. Alright, one more point, which is the last point, is get a life. Get a life for yourself. Get a life. After the relationship, okay, let me use marriage now. Because relationship, we'll talk about courtship. We'll talk about courtship and other things. There's still a life after that. Get a life. What do you do that keeps you busy? Get a life. The fact that you are married doesn't mean you will not work. Doesn't mean you will not do other things. Doesn't mean you will not fulfill your ambitions. Get a life for yourself. You still need to be heard by the nations of the world. You still need to be heard by people. So get a life. Get a life. Get a life. You could start by doing something. Even when a job is not available, you could start by doing little tasks.